All right, what up, people? You're through to Chig and Ola's Combat Show. And joining me, as always, is my co-host, Ola. Say hello to the people, Ola.
Yeah, what's happening, people? Fight week. We're back.
And you'll notice there is three of us today. That's because we've got a special guest. And that is Will. Introduce yourself, Will.
Hi, I'm Will. Ill Will Esco is the name on Twitter. But I'm here today to join in and hopefully for a few more shows.
Yes, of course. That'll be fun. It'll be fun. It's always fun when me and Ola get to interact with someone else. So it's good.
Yes, it will be. Hopefully.
All right. Well, obviously it's the big fight card. It's 248. It's the one that Ola is completely crapping himself over. Ola, you're well made weight. You've made weight.
Come on.
Come on. I mean, I don't know, man. Look, let's address the elephant in the room. This guy scares the life out of me. I've been trembling all day. I mean, both of you is in our WhatsApp group, our famous WhatsApp group. We talk about the WhatsApp group all the time.
Yeah.
And you know, it's one thing just anticipating the fight the whole time, and then the build up goes, and then you get into Monday, you're still thinking, and then the weigh-ins today, like the throwdown is tomorrow, and then it hits you. All of a sudden, it just hits you. You know that feeling when you're going into a cup final, and the whole week you've been thinking, yeah, it's only one game, get out of the way, we're gonna do it, and then it's like 8 hours to kick off, 7 hours to kick off, and then you start shitting it. You know what I mean? You start shitting it like, hold on, you know what? The opposition might just get one over us. So everything that you thought is being our strength the whole time, you start thinking about their strength. You know what I mean? And not what you can do. And that's how I feel right now, because I'm so passionate about this actual fight, about this actual fighter right here. And to me, when you look at it, there's one thing that jumps out to me. Yeah, Romero. No one calls him out. We know this. No one's called him out in the whole division. There's a reason nobody's called this guy out.
He's the boogeyman. He's a boogeyman of the division, isn't it?
And on this show, especially from a previous platform transitioning into this, because we're still in transition, we've spoken a lot about, the last Stylebender. Everybody knows how we feel about the last Stylebender. But on this time around, I want to kind of focus a little bit more on your Romero. Okay. And to me, this guy, he's only had 3 losses, right? Will put that straight to me earlier on the back of 3 losses. But I look at those 3 losses and I look at them very carefully. 2 of them were title fights, 5-round fights with Bobby Knuckles, right? 5-round fights. So when you go 2 5-round fights with someone like Robert Whittaker that we know is tough as nails, don't watch that last fight, because last Stylebender made it look like easy. It's not easy to beat that guy. Now, it went 10 rounds with him. Broken arm, broken leg. Yeah? So this is a guy that when you fight him, after you fought him, you end up on a 6-month layoff, 8-month layoff because of what it does to your body. Look at Paulo Costa. He's on the shelf now. You don't just, when you in the octagon with this guy, it takes a piece of you. You don't leave the octagon the same man. Yeah? And then when you look at the 2 fights that is lost, right? 1 to Bobby Knuckles twice, and 1 to Paulo Costa. None of them really beat him convincingly. Every time you watch those fights, you could say it went the other way.
Yeah. And I think Romero won those last 2.
This is what I'm trying to say. You could say it went the other way. So, Adesanya is trying to do the unthinkable here. He wants to beat him spectacularly. He wants to get the job done in less than 5 rounds. He wants to take it out of decision. There's a lot that Stylebender is trying to do and wants to be the first to do it. And and it might just be a stretch too far. And he's my boy. He's my boy. I ride with him. I'm still gonna ride with him. But this might be a stretch too far. That's how I'm feeling about the fight.
I completely get your thought process on this. I understand. I understand that, you know, from our perspective, it seems like a nuts thing. Why would you call
sorry, just to add one more thing. When I said to you earlier on that I've tried to use MMA math to calm myself down, and I just couldn't do it. Because when I'm thinking, this guy went through with Bobby Knuckles two different fucking fights and didn't win. And Stylebender does it easily with Bobby Knuckles. That's MMA math. And we know in these situations, they don't work. I've tried to use it. It doesn't work. So sorry, but I just needed to add that in.
Let me see if I can say something right now to put you at ease. And big up to everyone that is watching. I know YouTube notifications are useless. So please do just like it. And the more you like it, then the more people will notice that we're on live. I will say this, from my perspective, I think it's always important, and I think even Will back me up in this, because this happens in boxing as well. When somebody asks for somebody, it must mean they know how to beat them.
But yeah, that's true. That's very true.
I would say 9 times out of 10. Don't get me wrong, every now and again you get a shot. But the mere fact that my man, it's not like Yo worked himself into a position to fight him. He asked for him. He said, you know what? Everyone's scared of this guy. Give me this guy. I want to fight him. I'll beat him out. I'll beat him right now. No problem. And that's what gives me, that's why I'm not as nervous as you. Sure, I'm a bit nervous. I'll be honest with you, and I'll be totally honest with you. Part of me wouldn't mind that much if Yo wins. Because I feel like if anyone deserves a title shot, a title run, is him, just for how much of a beast he is.
I mean, to have never won the middleweight title is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
ridiculous, and he's only lost 3 times.
Yeah, but you got to remember,
absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, but you got to remember, nobody called him out.
Nobody
called him out. Yeah, no one's stupid enough to call him out. Look at Bisping. Look at Bisping. Yeah,
everything possible to avoid that fight.
You said stupid. You used the key word there, stupid enough. Yeah. It's a big keyword.
Yeah, exactly. No one is stupid enough to call him out. Come on.
But then shouldn't that make you think to yourself, okay, well, he must have a plan. He must have a plan. He knows what he's up against.
I'll tell you what I think.
Go.
I'll tell you what I think. However this goes out, Israel comes out he comes out winning. Whichever way it goes, he comes out winning.
Completely agree.
He loses, he wins. Yeah, he wins, he wins. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because you call the bogeyman who no one wants to call. You're actually being a real champion. He's being a real champion, not hiding from. He called the scariest guy first. Even though this is his second title defense, in his words, this is his first proper title defense. You call the scariest guy out. No matter what happens, he would have all our respect. You know what I mean? No matter what happens, come on. It regardless of how Ola feels right now, right? If he loses, his stock will rise. If he loses, his stock will rise. Trust me, his stock will rise. Nobody wants to go against Romero. This guy's about to go against him.
He's a dickhead, you know, but carry on.
Yo, you dare to be great. You dare to be great. And he's daring to be great. He's doing what all these champions talk about doing. He's actually doing it. Do you know what I mean? But my problem is, you know, with the boxing analogy of, you know, you can beat someone, so you call them out. You know you got their number, so you call them out. Now, my problem is, Israel said himself many times, my mouth goes faster than my brain. Might this be one of them occasions where his
It's a fair point. It's a fair
Do you get what I'm
question.
saying? It might be one of them occasions.
I must admit, the whole week I've been pretty confident for Israel. Until for some reason today, I'm starting to see some interviews with he looks focused.
Very.
Because he knows.
You see that one where he took off his glasses?
Yeah, bro.
That scared me. That scared me, That really scared me.
I put that in the group. I honestly, I thought to myself, brother, I believe you. I believe you.
Yeah. When he said go, I wanted to go out. I just wanted to
I turned up the video, man. I didn't even wait to hear what the hell was going on. I was like, I'm done with this guy now.
I was like, I want to go, but I want to know where he wants me to go first. I just don't want to just go. I want him to tell me where he wants me to go because he's serious right now, and I've got to listen.
If Israel loses, he'll get an immediate title shot.
Do you think so?
This is Dana's kid. So Dana will do what it takes. It'll be like, okay, I clearly moved this guy too quickly. Let me just pump the brakes on it. I think this is clever from Israel because he knows
I feel Romero might want to run about with Paulo Costa. I feel Romero might want to go a different route.
No.
Dana will
can I say something? I think Romero, the reason being he shouldn't be in this position anyway because he lost his last fight.
And there you go.
And then they chose him.
They cherry picked him.
He will give that set. Well,
it's not a very nice cherry, but it's a cherry pick.
I know. It's the nastiest cherry in the yard, but hey, we go with it.
I get all of that, but when a champion's trying to move a different way, it's trying to move a different way.
Money talks.
But they'll give him the rematch.
You know what I mean? When a champion, I hope he gets a rematch. If that's the case, I hope he does. Because we also know that there's championship politics in mixed martial arts, and
but let me tell you something. When this type of thing happens in boxing, where a guy picks his opponent, this is essentially a voluntary defense.
Yes,
let's call it what it is.
But dangerous voluntary defense.
Because
isn't Cejudo doing the same thing with Aldo?
And there you go. So. But here's the thing: I don't know if Dana loves Cejudo the way he loves Adesanya, but I would assume that if
triple champ, man, put some respect on that cringy motherfucker. Put some respect on that cringy bastard. Triple champ.
I can't stand
Triple C. You know I love Cejudo. I've been a Cejudo fan from day.
Immediate rematch. So that's why I guess part of me is okay with if Yo rides off into the sunset as champ, he'll get immediate rematch or he'll retire and then he gets the title shot anyway. I think but in my view, I'm confident. I'm about 60-40, but I'm confident that that Israel will win this fight. He picked it.
60-40.
I can't get past that.
You give it that much?
Yeah. He picked it.
Can I tell you something that drops it down from 60-40 to a bit closer?
He's so
I know what you're gonna say.
He's so cerebral. He must have a plan upon a plan upon a plan.
All right, Will, you tell him. Maybe he's not informed yet. You tell him, Will.
Mr. Staph infection.
Oh, okay.
Does that now drop your 60-40 to a bit closer?
So guys, right? I knew about this staph infection about 3 days ago, right? Ola came to our group chat and was like, "Oh, I just found out that Israel has staph infection." I'm like, bruh, he's addressed that, right? He says it's a scratch, it's nothing.
Yeah, and well, look, I watched it the other night on the big man's interview, yeah, and everybody was asking about it. My guy, everybody was asking about it, and I thought to myself, you're trying to dress this up, but it's not working. Like, to the true eyes, then we know what we see.
Yeah.
We know what we see. You're trying to play it down. And playing it down, if he goes and gets it done with that thing, then, I mean, yeah, salutes to him. You know what I mean? But it just made me drop the probability of the win because, staph infection it's a big thing to go and fight with staph infection. And we've seen fighters.
To what percentage? Where are you at with it?
Bro, I'm 51-49, man.
Yeah, that's what he
Really?
that's what he said.
Bro, I'm 51-49. I'm not joking. I am 51-49, bro.
Right.
I'm not joking.
I bet you £50 right now, Israel gets it done. And not only gets it done, I've got a feeling.
I wouldn't bet against Israel. I can't even bring myself to do it.
I think it'll knock him out late, but it'll knock him out.
Wow. Has anyone ever done that?
Here's the thing.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know about a knockout, man. Anyone ever done that?
Listen, brother, muscles are people's, and I know Will's gonna laugh at this based on how much I defend and AJ, right? Muscles don't mean everything, bro. They don't mean everything, right? I think literally late in the fight, I think Israel's the more accomplished striker. Can we all agree on that?
Yeah, that's right. 100%.
I don't necessarily think that Yoel gasses, but I think he'll get tired as the fight progresses, and I think Israel will pick him off. I think he knows in the first 2 rounds will be the most dangerous for Israel.
Chig, can I throw a spanner in your works a little bit?
Crack on, bro. Crack on, bro.
Staph, round 1, done. Round 1. After round 1, you're fighting against everybody. You're fighting against Conor McGregor's what do you call it? His
Gunlin.
His cardio. You're fighting like it basically. Did you see Kevin Lee? Did you see Kevin Lee against?
I saw Kevin. I was just
Ferguson.
thinking that. I was just thinking that. I was thinking that.
Everything in his first round. Everything in his first round. If you look at the history of Staph, people who've had Staph and fighting in the UFC.
Look, Rockhold, he's been there. Trust me. I know all about that shit.
He's the only one. He's the only one who's actually won a fight with Staph. Yeah, the rest of them.
I know all about that.
It's very shaky.
And that's Staph is a motherfucker. I can't even believe the fight's going on. Like, I wanted this fight to get called off.
There's been a few fights that's gone on. Yeah, I know. Bro, there's been a few fights that's gone on though.
That's how much I'm fretting about this whole Staph situation, blood. I wanted it called off, man.
This is what your Romero does to you.
Man.
Do we know it's Staph? Do we know?
Bro, just because Israel said it's not doesn't mean it ain't.
No, but bro,
you look at the size of the thing. Have you seen the size of the thing?
Chig. Did you listen to his interview on Ariel Hawani? Did you listen to what he was saying?
Not the whole thing. I must admit, it was a snippet.
If you did,
scratch, it's nothing.
If you did, you know it's Staph.
If you did, you know it's Staph straight away. Because he said it's happened before, and I said the first time it happened, I said no to it, and it went away. He said I said no, and it went away. So this time I'm saying no to this one as well, and it's gonna go away. And if it's gonna be a problem, fuck it, I'll rub it in Romero's face. He said.
Okay.
Right. And trust me, Ariel ain't stupid. Like, he's seen countless fighters with that shit. If there's somebody that can identify it, just on saying it, it's fucking Ariel. He's not dumb. You know what I mean? He acts dumb, but he's far from dumb.
Let me reverse that. Someone else has Staph and gave 5 rounds of war. Do you remember who that was?
Who?
Forgot his name now. Who's the guy that Israel fought for the interim?
Well, Gastelum.
No. Gastelum was he had Staph for the Whittaker fight.
Oh, the Whittaker. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, for the if you remember, the day Whittaker fought, Israel fought that day as well.
Oh, yeah, but Whittaker didn't make the fight, did it?
Yeah, Whittaker didn't make the fight, and then Israel became the headline.
Yeah.
But Silver,
right.
yeah.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
It wasn't that fight. No. He had time to rest that staff. He had time to rest and came back. And even in that war, he wasn't himself, was he?
All right.
Muslim?
But let me say this: have you been underwhelmed by any Israel performance so far? He's told you.
No, it's far from that.
No. It's just the staff makes it different. You know what I mean? It just makes it.
I think the staff is more of a leveler towards Romero than anything else.
Chig, I think you should read about staff.
If he loses this fight, I'm blaming staff.
Let me put it this way.
I'm telling you now, I am blaming staff.
Let me put it this way to you, right? Let me put it this way to you. So I was telling someone about him having staff at my work, about Israel having staff, and he was like, "It's nothing." He went to read about it, and he came up to me again about half an hour later and said, "Why is the fight going on? They should stop the fight. Israel could lose. No, it shouldn't go on." I was like, yo, calm down. Why are you going? He goes, "I've read about staff. He shouldn't go. No, the fight shouldn't go on." And he believed Israel was gonna win.
Was you having this conversation with me?
I had it with you afterwards, but I had it with this
guy.
No,
that very conversation, exactly. So just to get it cleared, it wasn't me and you that was having this conversation.
No.
I didn't know of that conversation.
No,
all right.
No.
But I have the same opinion about what we're talking about here. I personally don't feel the fight should have gone ahead. I really don't. But
Chig, I think you should read into it.
We are where we are. We are where we are now. They've both gone through the weigh-ins. The fight's happening. Last Stylebender, your Romero, them two gonna dance and
Ola doesn't like
wait.
Ola
I can't wait. I'm gonna get smashed tomorrow night. I said to God, man, like, fuck it. Yeah.
I'm so confident.
Yeah.
I hear what you guys are saying, because obviously with staph infection, you have to take antibiotics, and antibiotics, the way
it makes it worse.
Body, it's almost like it harms your body before it heals it. So and it just saps you of energy. I understand all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm still going with Israel late.
Yeah,
just remember,
I'll go with Israel.
We're all going 51% Israel. We're all going 51 Israel.
I'll go Israel decision. Israel split decision. Even that's how close.
And I'll tell you, if I hear a big roar from your area, I know it's Ola.
Let me tell you, I'll go on further. I'll go a little bit much more braver. Israel first round.
Okay.
First round knockout?
Yeah.
I almost went that as well. When
Are you mad?
Talking, I thought to myself, maybe he might look to end it early though. It makes.
Did you not hear what I said about Romero at the top of the show?
Yeah, you put too much stock in him. Listen, I like Romero. Right. Wrong, please. I don't want anyone to watch this and think I don't like. Part of me, a very small percentage,
chat room.
Mind him win.
I beg you, chat room, come out here and.
Right?
Okay.
I do not think it will happen.
Get in.
I don't think it will happen. I feel like Romero is explosive, but no one has really tested that chin. No one really.
Nah, I thought I'm going to test it very well against Paulo Costa. Go back and watch that fight. He got tested hard. This man has got a chain, blood. This man has got a chain. He's got a chain. Go back and watch that fight. Go back and watch that fight properly.
Yeah, but Ola, like I said to you earlier on,
as soon as he gets knocked out.
Yeah, and I said this to you, Ola. I said this to you. Romero is great. He's great at everything, but there's one thing that could beat him, and that's Father Time. And it could make him look stupid within a couple of.
And there you go.
That's that. And for me, if Israel's got staff, I think his chances he will go for it in the first round. And I think he might actually stop him in the first round. If not, maybe just into the second round.
I'm still going late, but I totally get the logic. I completely understand the logic. Because if what you're saying is true and he is worried about it, he might just...
He will go for... Exactly. That's how I'm thinking about
this guy out. Bear in mind, Ola, Costa used just his hands. Israel's going to use everything in his power. His feet, his hands, everything possible. He's the more...
Knees, elbows.
He's going to do everything possible to just finish it. And what a statement that makes. What a statement.
Israel don't even fight like that. I don't see how you man are fucking calling this like this. Israel is the man that downloads shit. He don't even fight like that, man.
Like, emotionally invested. The Ola I know will take a step back, rationalize it. Yeah, I can see him doing that.
Oh man.
Okay.
Look.
Let me also give you one reason why I'm going for the first round and maybe early second round. Israel's already seen Romero's style.
Whitaker, Bobby Knuckles.
There
exactly
you go.
The same style.
He switched. He switched up. He switched up his style. To fight like Romero against Adesanya. It took Adesanya a round to clock it, against a younger, much more vibrant guy, and his output is way more than your Romero puts out. It would take Israel a shorter time to download and then get what he needs to get done.
As explosive as Yol is he the quickest starter? Because I don't get the impression he is.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Also a two-time Olympic champion in wrestling.
Never wrestled though.
Hold on. That's his ace.
He doesn't use it though.
That's his ace though. That's his ace. He's always got that in the back pocket. Yeah.
He doesn't use it.
Well, he doesn't need to use it half the time. Majority of the time, he doesn't need to use it. But when he does need to use it, he's still an two-time Olympic fucking world champion, man. Can somebody put some stock on that?
We're not doubting it. We're not doubting it. It's just using the octagon.
I actually agree. I think his best move actually is to use his wrestling.
Is to use his wrestling against because people saying he doesn't use it. He might fucking use it this time. What if he fucking goes in and uses that?
It's
right
like
off the back.
Talk about Gaethje,
especially what you're not fucking expecting. He's talking about dirty boxing.
What you're not expecting, So I think there's a fair chance that he's doing that, but I still think you're putting too much fear in this.
I just think to me watching Adesanya's workout session, sparring workout, he's done a lot of wrestling because he's expecting it. The press conferences is what he keeps trying to drag out of him. He keeps trying to.
He's prepared.
Yeah, he's prepared for it, but you're not expecting. No one else is expecting it because everybody's saying, "Yeah, we know he's got it, but he never uses it." Right? So
I'm expecting him to use it because I think he knows in a fist fight he's going to be slower than Israel.
Finally, I've got somewhere with you now. Finally, I've got somewhere with you. Chig. I'm happy with that.
You also see why that puts him at risk, because if he's now relying on wrestling, he's vulnerable to this. He's vulnerable to this. He's vulnerable to kicks. He's vulnerable to uppercuts. He's vulnerable to that front kick.
I remember.
I don't know, man.
I remember, Ola. He's 42 years old as well.
Exactly, brother. This play, I don't care. He's superhuman.
No, that don't count. I was just going to say that don't count for Romero. That does not count for Romero. It don't count for Romero. It might count for Cerrone, but it don't count for Romero. Black don't crack. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, blood. You know, it might count for Cerrone. It don't count for Romero, blood. I'm just saying. Man. You know what I mean?
If you ever watch this, I love you.
Blood,
if you ever
Kombat, I don't love you no more. God damn it. I don't love you no more.
He lost you money.
You no more.
He lost you money.
That kind of fight, fuck him. But yeah, Barber time is undefeated, bro. I think those reactions are going to be quick, and I think he's going to be more accomplished. I think Yoel needs to close the distance as best as he can, pin him up rough him up as best as he possibly can, and just stay in the fight. That's all he can try and do. If that staff is a factor, staying in the fight is going to be key. I just think that ultimately Israel is more cerebral. He's such a thinker. He's a more of accomplished fighter. I think he's a better fighter.
I agree with all of that.
As strong as my man is, I still think this stuff. And I think ultimately he'll knock him out late. I really do. Provided that isn't a huge factor. Like
if you say he'll knock him out late, okay. I'm inclined to go along with some of it.
That, yeah.
Knocking him out late. But I still think it'll be split decision. But knocking him out late, probably.
By the way, us three are definitely doing a review. Just so you know.
100%. And Israel is not an early knockout sort of fighter. You know what I mean? He likes to download. And as he always says, precision beats power. So, you know, Israel himself says that precision. You know, so we'll see how that pans out. Talking about power and precision, Weili Zhang and Joanna. Let's get straight into that. What are you feeling?
I thought Weili was smart. I don't care. I still stand by that. I know you were a bit more unsure. I think Joanna is fast. I think she's evasive. But that way,
for me, I'm backing Joanna on this, and Joanna has got a lot of stick.
Wow,
for the tear down.
Cool.
Don't go on like we didn't talk about this earlier on today. You know what I mean? I was gonna put $50 on Joanna. You know, certain people backed out. So certain people didn't really want to do it. You know what I mean? But I think Joanna gets it done. I really do. And people ain't giving her the chance. And you know why? I say Joanna for one simple reason. Because nobody gives her that fucking credit. Going 5 rounds with fucking Shevchenko. And Shevchenko, not even Shevchenko could put her out. Are you lot mad? Are you lot mad? Not even Shevchenko could put her out in 5 fucking rounds. Think about it. Think about it. And Shevchenko is way bigger than Weili Zhang, more powerful than Weili, and she gave her everything. Yeah, Shevchenko ragdolled Joanna. Hold on. Shevchenko ragdolled Joanna, yeah? Threw her around. And that's the weight differential that we always talked about. But it's one thing doing that. Joanna's never been knocked out. Who's ever knocked her out? People talking about Joanna's going to get KO'd in the first round. Like, hold on. Joanna's not no fucking dickhead. She's no schmuck. This is a fucking queen of the strawweight division for nearly 5 years, blood.
Can I talk, teacher?
Come on now.
Teacher.
Come on
teacher.
Now. Please. Please.
Teacher, can I have a say, teacher?
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
All right, Joanna, I get what you're saying with that as well. But also, when Joanna fought Shevchenko, she fought a healthy weight. She didn't need to weight cut enough, so she was healthy.
Shevchenko was still way bigger. Did you not see the fight?
I know.
Way bigger.
Healthier. Yeah. Shevchenko beat her up anyway, but you're still fighting at a healthier weight. Yeah. Now you're going to cut weight. Yeah, to a division where already we were already thinking you were too big. You were about to go 125 anyway, and now you're not coming against not a Tisha Torres or who did she last fight? The nice girl, Michelle Watson. Yeah, not you're fighting against Zhang.
Yeah,
Zhang.
Yeah.
Put respect on this girl's name. Ola, we're betting on this.
No. I think Ola respects her.
I bloody respect Zhang. I'm not disrespecting Zhang. I'm just saying the disrespect for Joanna is too much. That's what I think. the disrespect for Joanna is too much. It's not that I'm disrespecting Zhang, but I think the disrespect for Joanna is way too much. She lost 2 fights to Rose,
Chig, I got this. Chig, I got
and lost one to Shevchenko. So I'm thinking to myself, what the, come on, man.
But Ola. So who's bigger, Shevchenko or Thug Rose?
Shevchenko.
I swear,
Thug Rose spars with Shevchenko. I know this. They're sparring partners. They dance together.
Who knocked Joanna out? Which one of them knocked Joanna out?
At 115 as well, brother.
Oh, that was really a knockout. Come on now, stop it. You know what I mean? That wasn't really a knockout.
She knocked her out twice.
Yeah, bro, come on now. They stop playing now.
Twice.
Yeah, you know how I feel about some
round. In the first round, and in
you
the
play
second
with my
round,
emotions right now, bro. Right now, you're playing with my emotions.
I know you forgot about that. I just want
now, right now, you play with my emotions. You play with my emotions. So last time, when I told you about Felicia Spencer dealing with fucking Meg Anderson, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, that didn't count for nothing the last time when we was talking, but now you want to bring this up like it counts for something. You know what I mean? It don't count for nothing. That don't count for nothing. We're talking Zhang. We're talking Zhang and Joanna right now. And personally, I don't think the fight even ends with a knockout. I think it's a TKO Joanna, 3rd round.
Whoa!
Brother.
Joanna TKO, 3rd round.
Brother, let's bet now. I don't even know what we're
whatever drugs you're on, I want some. Whatever you're drinking, I want some.
Brother, I could have even given you a decision. I could see a route for Joanna
TKO.
if she's evasive. She ain't knocking
TKO, third round TKO, man. 3rd round TKO. Remember, I said it. I'll be back here Sunday morning. I'll be back here Sunday, and we're gonna come back to this, and I'll be telling you, I told you so. No. It never works out for me on this show. It never really works out for me. Archie's laughing his head off. It never fucking works out for me. But that's why everyone. I'm like the Kenny Florian of this show. Everything I say goes the other fucking way. So there you have it.
I could see a decision.
I can see that too.
She'll need to be evasive, and then because I could see, to be fair to Ola, I could see potentially. Oh no, I can't even see that because she trains hard. I was gonna say I could see her gassing on.
I was just gonna ask you, how many five rounds have you seen Zhang go through? I'm just asking. Yeah, but I know you can train for it, but it's one thing training for it. We've heard fighters talk about this. It's one thing training for it, and then it's one thing going through the 5 rounds. We heard people say about Conor, it's one thing training for 5 rounds, but you actually gotta go through the ringer.
Oh man.
Yeah. So how many times have you seen Zhang go through that ringer?
You're right in theory, but I feel like she does such. I mean, these Asians don't play. They when they go through sessions, they go through sessions.
The one thing that I'm gonna give Zhang right now, and you just reminded me that these Asians don't play. You just reminded me. So Joanna had the cheek to go and wake up the beast and start talking about coronavirus.
Coronavirus, brother.
To Zhang, and Zhang is pissed off. She's gone in Khabib mode. Like, I can't even speak English with you. I'm not even looking to talk to you.
That's what it reminded me of.
That's what
it reminded me of.
She's gone full Khabib mode. And
that's what it reminded me of.
That scares the shit out of me as well. I ain't even gonna lie. That bothers me. That bothers me.
See what sort of reaction you get and go from there. But I feel like, to me, and another thing that made me doubt Joanna, I saw the face-off yesterday, and she was talking all this shit, and I thought she seemed completely thrown when the way Li Jian said "shut up," and the whole crowd just started laughing. She almost looked embarrassed, like she had some doubt. Like, oh, why is my chit chat not affecting her? What? And the last time her chit chat didn't affect her, Ola, you know what happened to her? She got knocked out. She got knocked the fuck out by Thug Rose.
You know, Thug Rose is a mentalist. Thug Rose is a spiritualist as well. Like I fuck with Thug Rose like hard. Like I'm a big fan of Rose Namajunas. I fuck with her heavy. You know what I mean? And I followed up a shit.
Rose.
And you know the people that she trains with and spars with and the work that she does off the octagon and all of that. Check her out. She's a real spiritualist. You know what I mean? So all that mental warfare that Joanna was bringing was just literally water off the duck's back, like not affecting her. And I feel, okay, Zhang could probably be in the same sort of mode, but I don't think she's as much a spiritualist as that. She's definitely a disciplinarian and can schedule herself to all these work patterns that we've seen on Embedded. If you go and watch Embedded and all of that, you see it on there. Fantastic work ethic. All she does is train. But like I said, train. It's not being in the ringer for 5 rounds. Shevchenko's done that with multiple top elite. Like Joanna, she's like top of the top of the elite fighters at strawweight. So I personally don't think this fight is gonna be that much of a problem. But at the same time, I have to put into consideration Waking the Beast. It makes for a very compelling fight. It makes for a fantastic fight. You know, everybody right now, to me, everybody wants to see Joanna get knocked the fuck out. And I think the opposite is gonna happen. I really, really do. And only time will tell.
Okay. My reason why I think Zhang's gonna win, I don't know whichever way, but I just know she's gonna win, is because I've watched a few of her sparring stuff, and they're more than a fight. They're more than, and she's sparring men. She's not sparring. There's no girls there, and they're not holding
Joanna's
back.
sparring men as well. What are you talking about?
It's a difference. There's a difference.
Oh,
these guys ain't
days.
holding back. No. Hold on. There's a big difference, yeah?
Yes.
Joanna is point fighting. This girl is hitting the guys like, hit me hard. I'll hit you hard as well. Like,
touching on the points I was gonna say. Yes.
No, it's a difference, yeah. Joanna's fast, but Joanna's points. It's point scoring. It's points. It's like
so the next time I use Nunes sparring man, yeah, and knocking man out, you can argue that fact to me, yeah, right? So I'm just saying, because it's a point for you now, yeah, that Whaley is she's sparring man. So whenever I tell you that Nunes be sparring man are dealing with man in
I was about to say, yeah, she's just like what the sparring sessions with what I've seen. It's just the same as Nunes. Nunes, I'd rarely see her with women sparring, apart from her girlfriend.
Yeah.
Apart from her girlfriend, I rarely see her with women sparring.
They're not. Oh gosh, this is gonna sound so bad, but I'm just gonna be honest. women fight.
They're not typical women.
Women fights are not particularly entertaining unless it's a Nunes, a Chef,
or Zhang.
Zhang. I'll give her credit, Joanna. You know, those are the only.
I was just gonna say, like, man's really gonna throw Zhang's name into the mix before you put Joanna's name into the like. This is the disrespect that I'm talking about, bro. She's the champ, but you can't just say you can't talk about featherweight division, right?
Ola,
and not give Aldo the just because he got knocked out once. I'm not give Aldo the respect. You can't. I not give Aldo the respect. Yeah, even though it's dominated for. This is what I'm trying to say. Like you have to go back. Yeah, when you're talking about a division, you listing names and you don't list the name of one of the champions that held the title for the longest time. Nobody's even fucking tired.
Ola, listen. listen, yeah. Look, no one's disputing Joanna. The thing is,
You
look
are
at Joanna
because you're calling
listen,
Zhang's name. The girl you
listen.
just found out about
Listen.
Zhang. You just only knew about Zhang.
Ola,
you know what I mean?
Ola,
like, what the fuck is Zhang?
Ola, listen.
Shout out to Zhang, by the way. I love Zhang. You know what I mean?
I love it. I love you. I love it.
Oh my God.
I love you. I love you. But listen, history, history is the only way you could learn. History is the only real teacher. Yeah, you can only learn something by seeing the reaction of it from the past, how it works out. Joanna, look at Joanna's. Ever since she won the title, she stopped anyone really. She stopped anyone. KO, TKO.
She's had a couple.
Notable ones. Give us any notable
Look,
ones.
she defended the title for so many years. Like not even a year, 2 years, 3 years.
Most of them were point scoring.
So what? A win is a win. You get him how you get him. Like
I know
what are you
what you're
talking about?
saying.
You get him how you get him how you get him. How many knockouts has Zhang got?
Brother.
All right, no. I just asked the question.
She knocked out the most ferocious girl in thingy.
So we're gonna go back to Andrade. Like I said, you just found out about Zhang. Everybody just really found out about Zhang. I didn't know about Zhang before. I ain't gonna lie. Before Andrade, I didn't really know about Zhang like that.
Hang on.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Ola, the same way you said
this fight would happen and she'd start Joanna. You were the same way 6 months ago. You were like, no, ain't gonna happen. So I promise you.
Hang on a minute.
It will happen.
I've been saying this for months. I'm glad Chig brought it up. I've been saying it for donkeys. I don't think it happened like that.
Can we all agree, that Andrade is the Romero of the strawweight division for women? Can we all agree that?
Yeah. And Joanna beat her.
Okay.
So what are we talking about? And Joanna beat her. Joanna beat her.
But did you see what Zhang did to her?
Oh, but Joanna still beat her.
But did you see what Zhang did to her?
Yeah.
Joanna point scored her.
And I saw what Andrade.
Zhang went out there and just.
So we're doing MMA. We're doing MMA math now, yeah. And I saw what Andrade did to Rose Namajunas. How about that? Nearly broke her neck. How about that?
Yeah, but no, wait, hang on a minute. Yeah, but Andrade was losing that fight. Andrade was losing that fight.
Who won?
If Fuck Rose let go, that neck drop would never have happened. If Fuck Rose held on.
Yeah.
If she did let go, this
is shoulda, coulda, woulda, man. I'm not buying no shoulda, coulda, woulda in here. You know what I mean? Don't be bringing no shoulda, coulda, woulda in here, man. That don't wash.
I hold my hands up.
So, look, at the end of the day, it makes for a great fight.
Chill out.
We're going mad. We're going mad on the thing. You know what I mean? Nobody can really decide where it's really going. I'm going one way. You're going one way. Chig's like, it could happen either way.
No. Chig says.
Chig says Zhang. Chig says Zhang.
I've said the
Chig saying it could happen every way, but leaning towards Zhang.
She's tough. She might ride it out to round 3. She ain't getting past 2.
Okay, yeah, that's what I said. Round 3 TKO for Joanna. That's what I said. Thank you for agreeing with me.
But you know what?
Moving on.
I'll go KO for Weili.
I'm going Weili as well. But also I'm giving the champion a little bit of a respect as well. The thing is, if she had a puncher's chance, then I'd give Joanna much more respect.
Motherfucker.
No, I'm being honest. If she had a puncher's chance, I'd give her much more of a chance to win it. But she's a point scoring fighter, and because she has to drop down in weight, that jaw becomes a little bit like TJ Dillashaw. Do you know what I mean?
This is her weight. She ain't got to drop down to nothing. She's been the queen of the strawweight division for so long. This is the way she fights in.
Remember,
what are you talking about? She only had one fight at 125. Stop telling me she's dropping down weight. This is her fucking weight, blood.
listen, right? Listen, I love this. Listen, she.
Oh shit!
This is great. This is actually awesome.
How animated
Listen,
it's getting. Like how
I know.
dare you? She's the queen of the show.
Yeah,
Bro, this is the boogie
but
woman we're
before,
talking
look,
about, man. She bad, goddammit.
Rose,
And she's coming to
before
get
she
all
fought
of you.
Rose, before she fought Rose the first time, what was she saying to us? I've got a
Let's
surprise
not
for
stop
you
talking
guys.
about Rose. Let's stop talking about Rose.
No.
Yeah,
I'm
Andrade
trying to
don't
tell
beat
you her
Rose.
plans.
She beat Andrade.
No, listen.
Whaley beat fucking Andrade. Like,
Why
come
did
on.
you
We're
listen,
going in
Rose?
circles there. Let's stop talking about Rose. Rose is not even in this equation.
Let me land on my point.
No, your point is flawed. Move
But
on.
listen, let me land on my point. Yeah. But when she fought Rose, right? When she fought Rose, she said when she beats Rose, she's got another plan. She's got plans coming up. This is down the third. Remember, that was a time in which Conor had beaten Eddie Alvarez, became double champ. And she was talking about there's plans down the lines, yeah. And 125 got opened not so long ago, right? Her plan was to move into 125 and dominate. Nobody saw Shevchenko coming down. Nobody actually envisioned that. She thought she was gonna go to 125 and dominate there too, because she couldn't make weight anymore. Yeah, that's why they were fighting about her weight with the Waterson fight. Yeah, that's why they were moaning about that in the Waterson fight. Yes, she can make weight, but she's not the same Joanna. Her body grows as well, you know. She's grown, so it's not the same chin. So it might be her weight class, but she's not the same Joanna. She was already halfway through the door, yeah, before Rose Namajunas threw a spanner in all her works. So that's why I brought Rose Namajunas back, just to tell you, Joanna had a plan. It just changed when Rose messed the whole plan up. Just like Conor had a plan, yeah, to go for the double title, and then when what's his name? Diaz beat him. It changed his plans. He had to fight Diaz again. Whilst Dos Anjos fought Eddie Alvarez. Do you get what I'm saying? Plans get derailed, things get misconstrued, and you find your way in a different mix. Joanna was on her way out. That's the thing you need to put in your head. Yes, it might be her weight, but she was on the way out.
I think Joanna, and listen, let me kind of start to wrap this part.
Yes, Jimenez, she's getting put to sleep.
I feel like Joanna has been a fantastic champion. She will be remembered as one of the best ever. All jokes aside.
Okay.
You know, she is a great.
Thank you for putting some respect on her name right there.
However, it's like Yoel, Father Time is undefeated, right? And sometimes you just come across a younger, better, hungrier champion. And that doesn't diminish what Joanna's achieved. It just means on the night, I just feel like the style of Wei Li Zhang is all wrong. This is not Andrade, brother. Like this girl is a lot more accomplished than Andrade. By the way, she starched Andrade. It wasn't even close, and I picked Wei Li for that fight as well. So I feel like we're looking at someone who is going to dominate that division for some time, because if she gets past Joanna, I don't see anyone else that's going to touch. Maybe Rose, and I still think she starches Rose, because Rose is the only other elite fighter in that division. I feel like the only time she's going to struggle, Wei Li, is if she decides to step up and face Shevchenko, because I think Shevchenko is a naturally bigger girl. So there's no way I could see her doing well. Plus, she meets someone who's equally as accomplished, if not more accomplished than her in martial arts. But I feel like for me, I just don't see Joanna. She'll come with the usual style: hit, move, hit, move, hit, move. There is absolutely no way Wei Li has not prepared for this. She'll cut that ring in half. She'll cut that octagon in half, and she'll take her out. I honestly believe that will happen. She's not got any ground game, Joanna, really, to speak of. So the only thing she can hope is she's faster. And I just don't see her being faster than Wei Li for 5 rounds. I don't see that happening.
I keep asking, Again, how many times have you seen Wei Lee in a 5-round fight?
All right.
It's just a genuine question. I've seen Joanna in a
Also
5-round
20
fight. I'm just saying, I've seen Joanna in a 5-round fight with a bigger
She's also
fighter.
20-1 for
Have
you.
we seen Wei Lee? Have we seen Wei Lee in a 5-round fight before? I
I'm
don't think we
waiting to
have.
bet. I'm waiting to bet you. This is the thing.
We'll
I'm
do that offline.
We did. Okay.
We don't want to flag. We don't want the channel getting flagged or nothing. Yeah, we'll do that offline. Yeah.
All right, listen.
You know what I mean?
I have seen Wei Lee in a 5-round fight. She made the last one.
Brat.
I see her in a 5-round fight. She made the last
Yeah,
one.
so she didn't get through 5 rounds. It's the same thing they say
against the Yoel Romero.
It's the same thing that they say. It's the same thing that they say about Conor. Yeah, Conor will turn a 5-round fight into 30 seconds, but they will still question his cardio, his conditioning. How far can he really go? Those questions are still out there.
So you really
those questions are still out there.
Will have cardio
Those questions, it's a question that nobody can answer. You can't even answer it. You're coming with some smart ass dickhead answer. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't seen a 5-round fight get knocked out in 30 seconds. That's some dumb answer. Like, have you ever seen her in a 5-round fight go 5 rounds? No, you haven't. I've seen Joanna do it. Yeah, multiple times. So that's what I'm trying to say to you.
But that's the problem.
You're trying to come with a different thing.
Yeah, but that's the problem, Ola. Yeah. Every second more than a round is dangerous with Zhang. Every second more than a round is dangerous. And you
How
can't
do you know?
score with.
How do you know?
Watch
you ain't seen it before.
Saturday. Watch.
How do you know? Yeah. So I'm going for tested, tried and tested over some potential guessing and hit and hope, because that's what you're doing. Hitting and hoping. That's all you're doing. Hit and hope. Everybody's praying hit and hope. Zhang is the new toy in the town. She's the new thing. She's the new shiny thing, and everybody's going with it. She's got the title. Respect to Zhang. I love Zhang. Big up to Zhang. You know what I mean?
20-fight winning streak. 20-fight winning streak. What does that count for? 20-fight winning streak. 20.
Bro. In the UFC. No, I didn't think so.
20-fight winning streak.
No, I didn't think so.
Ever since she's undefeated.
In the UFC? What, in the UFC?
She's undefeated. Yes.
No.
She's undefeated in the UFC.
Whoa, how many fights in the UFC?
I don't know how many she's had, but she's undefeated in the UFC.
You know when I saw Zhang, I said, who the fuck is this? And she grabbed the mic. I said, my name is Weili Zhang. I said, oh shit, goddamn. Welcome. You're welcome. Welcome, Weili Zhang.
See, this is why you're not really respect on her name. This is what I'm trying to say. This is why
I put respect on her name. I just feel the disrespect is too much for the other side. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to pour some of the disrespect from the other side to this side. You get me? That's all I'm doing. I'm just trying to level things out. So I'm fighting.
Shout out Archie. Shout out Archie. By the way, shout out Archie. I see that. Yeah.
Hey, Archie, you want me to get vexed every show, don't you? That's why you just put this. That's why you just put the. You want me to get vexed every show. All right,
Archie. Imagine this. I live 5 doors away from Ola.
Yeah. So this is every day. This is every day. You just seen it on video, but this is what we do every time. So, but we got what 2 other fight, Neil Magny.
Yeah.
And hold on, let me just pull this up.
I forgot who was fighting. I saw that as well. I forgot who was fighting.
Oh my gosh, I had the card up a second ago.
He's fighting
the
Chinese guy.
Jing Liang. Jing Liang. So now that's the Chinese man that I'm about to put some respect on his name. You see this Jing Liang brother? God damn. It reminds me of what's that brother from No Retreat, No Surrender? That main brother from Bloodsport. You know that Van Damme movie from where Van Damme had to put that thing on his fucking eye.
Bully Young.
That brother reminds me of Bolo Young. God damn it! I'm telling you, yo, that brother reminds me of Bolo Young. Trust me. This is a joke thing. If you man don't know Bolo Young, if you man are too young to know who Bolo Young is, go and check out who Bolo Young is, blood. It's not no joke thing. Jing Liang reminds me of Bolo Young. We'll take it away, man. Take it away.
Oh, man.
Tell these people, man.
Well, Bullet Young, used to be like every film. I remember most Van Damme films, he was the bad guy. You remember on if you remember any Van Damme films, the big Chinese guy, or even Enter the Dragon. He was the big Chinese guy who fought against Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
He's the meanest Chinese man I know.
That's Bullet Young.
I ain't even joking.
But also, I think I'm gonna go with Magni on this one.
Oh, big hit. Okay.
I'm gonna go with Magni on this one. I saw Reach. I just saw Reach and thought, if Magni can keep him there, because it's a 3-round fight. It's not a 5-round fight.
Yeah, they're 3 rounders after the
fight. Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, so rounds is coming into play now, is it?
No, I'm saying you can hide in a 3-round fight. You can't hide in a 5-round fight.
Exactly.
You can hide in a 3-round fight. As Reyes found out, you could be elusive, but rounds 4 and 5 come up. Yeah. You got answer.
You get pieced up. Those are the championship rounds.
Exactly.
Okay. Also, so you're going for New Magni. Where are you going, Chig?
I'm going Li Jianlang.
Li Jingliang.
Or Bolo, as you call him.
Yeah, man. Let's go with Bolo. I'm alright with Bolo as well, man. I'm alright with Bolo. Well, Li Jingliang, but I'm alright with Bolo. Alex Oliveira and
this is gonna be a fun fight.
And Max Griffin.
This will be a fun fight. Very fun
fight.
Both dangerous guys. Go on.
No, I was gonna say both dangerous, like you said. Yeah. Oliveira can take punishment. This guy is taking punishment after punishment. I've seen this man had the most brutal cuts in the UFC. It's not even a joke. People think all these other cuts that you see, those are pussy cuts. These guys had some of the biggest gashes UFC's got to offer. And there's no fight that I've really seen him in that he ain't ended up back in the hospital. He goes straight back to the hospital from the fight. Straight in the back of the ambulance, straight to the hospital. That's where Oliveira ends up. And he's fighting Max Griffin. And this guy...
Is he the real cowboy?
I think so. They're close like that. But I like him as well. I like both cowboys, you know what I mean? But I like him as well. I mean, that fight he had with Mike Perry, that was a crazy one. Yeah, that was a crazy one. Remember that one where Mike Perry was doing all that mad dance before my man was coming and the man was doing the walking? It was a crazy fight. My man ended up in the hospital again, you know what I mean? Both of them did. Mike Perry broke his nose. So the thing is, you gotta give Oliveira that chance. I think one of my favorite fights that I've seen him in, it was with Yancy, right? And when him and Yancy had that fight, it was crazy. Yeah, crazy shit. And he just about Yancy just about pulled that off. So, but his fighting as Griffin, who is up and coming. Another elite strike, and this guy can knock a motherfucker out just like that. He's got serious knockout power, and I'm gonna go with him. I think Matt Griffin takes it. Where are you going?
I personally think Max Griffin takes it. Decision, like I said, I'm only going to decision purely on the basis that I feel like Oliveira is on the wrong side of Father Time. I know I keep banging on about this, but I do think it is a factor. I do think that Max Griffin.
Cheers, everyone.
It's about time he starts moving up that card, up the rankings a little bit. But I do think he is talented enough to do so. And make an impression and have some bigger fights. And yeah, I just like his style. I don't think he'll knock Vera out, but I think it'll be a points decision. And yeah, I'm going Griffin for that one.
Okay. What about you, Will?
Then for O'Malley. O'Malley is back. Sean O'Malley, the undefeated fighter, drugs ban. He fights on the top of the prelims, it looks like. And yeah, that should be interesting. To be honest, I don't know much about this.
I'm going the other guy. I'm going the other guy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Why?
So,
okay.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Simple. His coach, I was listening to O'Malley's coach, and he was saying, he's put on some weight now, put on some muscle now, and he's now fighting. He's bigger now, and this, that, and the third. So for me, his first time fighting with a little bit more weight on him. I always put that weight for you. If you put more weight on, you get more tired. You're not used to it. Your first time fight, I don't know. It's just a little bit shaky for me. So I'm going with that. I'm O'Malley, but I'm just pleading the fifth on this one, just to make it much more even. Because I know every one of you is gonna go O'Malley anyway. So
I'm more inclined to go where you're going with the Quinos brother. And the reason why I said so is, to me, O'Malley should have probably lost that last fight with Sukumtat. If everybody remember that fight, O'Malley's leg was damaged. But Sukumtat didn't use his fucking knuckles, and he took O'Malley down, didn't he?
That guy is the dumbest guy.
He's the dumbest fight
ever.
But I was watching the fight, and I'm like, why on earth? You know his fucking leg is damaged. Why are you taking him down?
He actually thought he won. And he's the
dumbest fight I've ever seen. And I thought to myself, no, there's no way. So if this guy does his homework right and checks those kicks, because that's how he got the leg damage. The kicks were getting checked.
Sure.
He get them kicks, and that's one of his main weapons. If you check those kicks, that leg ain't as strong as it seems to be in there. You know what I mean? This guy is much more thick as well. So if you can get it that way, I think this guy can get some joy there. Obviously, we know O'Malley's undefeated. He's coming back after a long layoff. This guy,
guys, I'm gonna have to go for a little second. I'll be right back. I'm turning my audio off.
No, go on. Yeah. So this guy has been, he's been active in the UFC. So to me, I just think it might be. I think it's a big opponent for a combat fight. I think he needed a tune-up before he fought this brother. But this about Quino's brother, I just think he's too much for a combat fight. So that's the reason why I think it might go the other way. But I like O'Malley. You know what I mean? I'm a big O'Malley fan. I was so gutted when he got banned. I didn't expect him. I thought they were going to do something about the ban there. I didn't think it was going to be like that, but I was so fucking gutted.
Right? It's crazy.
Yeah, nobody expected it. I mean, there's people that have done EPOs and all kind of crazy shit and don't even get 2 years. You know what I mean? So it's just, to me, it's just mad. It's just absolutely mad. But yeah, I'm glad to see him back in the octagon, though. Definitely glad to see him back in the octagon.
I think he'll win. A is quite a talented fighter, and B, this is me coming with my boxing head again. I just feel like Dana ain't gonna put him against someone, at least straight away, that he doesn't believe he can beat. The guy's very marketable. He's good, no homo or anything, but he's good looking. He's marketable hair. I think those are the sort of things that he's young as well. So I think these are the sort of things that
nice young poster boy. That's what I mean. That's that's what you say.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like he'll win. Let's quickly touch on some fights that have been made in boxing and in MMA. I'm literally going to put them across your way. Quick thoughts. Obviously, when Will comes back, then I'll also touch with Will. Let's talk about Blades versus Volkov, a fight that has just been made today.
I like it. I like
Yeah?
that fight. I'll still ride with Blades, but it's a very, very interesting fight. And I think Blade wins by knockout.
Okay.
I've seen Derek Lewis touch Volkov's chin, and I think Blade carries the same power, the same kind of power. So I think maybe second or third round knockout.
Okay. I can't remember who he's fighting, so I'm literally just double checking. Alexandra Hernandez versus Islam Makhachev.
Islam Makhachev.
It's another good fight. Another one that
Hernandez is hard, man. Hernandez is
hard.
He's a hard fight. I mean, he's just been training his left kick and his left arm, and he's not really that left-handed or left-footed like that. But he kicks so hard with it. I've watched some of his training session. Fantastic athlete. Makhachev, wicked wrestler, and I think that's where he's going to want to take the fight, take it down to the ground. But I'll give it to Islam Makhachev. I think Makhachev win on decision.
I agree with you, and I agree with Archie. So I picked Blades. I picked Makhachev. I'm trying to think of other fights that have been made now.
Quitlaba and Ankalev, that got remade. The fight that got badly stopped
of course.
in that fight. Yeah. So that's been remade for Brooklyn.
What did you think of that? Just quickly.
He said he was playing rope-a-dope, and that was part of his game plan to play possum. But when you're playing possum and you're trying to fool your opponent, don't forget there's one more person in the octagon that could get fooled by what you're trying to do as well. And he has the power to stop the fight. We're calling it a bad stoppage, but when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, the ref thought it was, you know what I mean? But then when you then go back and watch it in slow motion, every kick and punch that Ankalaev was throwing, Kutlaba was literally blocking and parrying it away. So I didn't think it was really connecting, but it was still playing all that possum. So if the ref had been watching, I don't know how much in real speed it is when you're in there with them, whether I saw the whole parrying away. Maybe he might not have called the fight the way he did, but I thought, the ref got fooled to the game plan and he called the fight. He has the power to call it. He called it.
Yeah, I was gutted when they called it because it was just like, no, you haven't stopped the fight like that. And I expect that Russian guy to probably win again.
Yeah, but Kutlaba done one of the dumbest thing when it was getting announced and just walk right straight to Ankalaev, and Ankalaev just double underhooks and dashed into the other side. This is even before the fight started.
But you know what? You know that funny thing? Michael Bisping mentioned this on the show, and I thought it was an excellent point. In doing that, the ref was probably on edge because he probably thought, Martin, what's going on?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Acting like a dickhead already.
The ref is on edge. Any little thing, he's just looking to get out of there now and get out safely with the fighters safe. So I think it was stupid. I think that little move at the beginning did backfire on him. And yeah, I will say this: he managed to get people are talking about them. And they're rematching. So it is what it is. Speaking of rematch, the featherweight title is apparently featherweight. Excuse me. The flyweight title is going to be on the line again. Apparently,
yes.
Dana is going to rematch, which I'm astounded by. Jojo versus the Brazilian guy that I can't pronounce the name
Figueiredo.
of. Yeah.
Davison Figueiredo.
So that's weird. That is weird because I know he missed weight. I know he missed weight. But then surely it should go to, I don't know, the next guy?
Yeah, but this is the thing. The next guy is not really that close in terms of the skill level.
Joe Benavidez. So why would Why would Joe
I
Benavidez?
mean,
He got knocked out.
Cejudo is literally claiming the belt, but like, boy, if that belt didn't go to nobody, that's my shit. Cejudo is literally, he's literally calling back for it.
Dana is thinking of making the rematch. That's what I mean.
Yeah, to me, African rematch is probably the way to go. Is a good way to go if Figueiredo is really going to make if he's going to make weight. If he's going to make weight, I really think it's probably going to be the same result based on what I saw. I just think Figueiredo had too much for Benavidez. Even without the head clash, it was winning those, it was winning those rounds. So in my eyes, I think Benavidez, is going to struggle to beat Davison. And Davison, he missed weight by a couple pounds. Yeah, it makes a difference, but it's not really too much size differential. We're not talking 10 pounds, where you have to jump from 115 to 125. It's only a couple pounds. So I don't think it made that much difference, but you still got to make weight. And it cost him the title because he should be world champion right now. A genuine one at that, because if Davison is a vicious son of a gun. And, I can't wait for the rematch. I want to see it again. I'm not mad at it. So, but again, I'll go with Davison.
And finally, before we sign off, typically, just as I was coming to it, Will has cut off. But let's talk about the fact that, as expected, Wilder has activated his rematch clause.
Yeah,
and he's facing Fury for a third time for the WBC belt. What do you think?
Shall we say what we thought about the costume first?
Yeah, me and Will incidentally had a long conversation
because I've not really had put my two pence towards it. For me, with the costume thing, I want to give him some credit to it, but at the same time, when I initially I wanted to give him some credit, then I saw that interview or that podcast he done with Joe Rogan, and how it carries 45-pound plates in his every training session, and that's when I thought, like, no, this is not washing. And on top of that, to fire your cornerman for saving your ass,
yes,
to me is the most outrageous thing a fighter has ever done after a loss. And can I just remind everyone that when AJ lost to the less skillful guy, he said, I'm not making no excuses. I'm not making no excuses. The better man won. I'll come back and do better. So I expected the same thing from a fantastic professional like Deontay Wilder. When you lose, take the L, regroup, come back, and hopefully we'll see a better version of you. And to me, everything Deontay Wilder done in the wake of the loss just puts me off him even more. Puts me off him. And to me, I can't stand it. I can't stand a man that loses and can't take an L. Even Conor, as mad as Conor, as egotistical as Conor is,
take it out. Yeah,
he can take an L. You know what I mean? And we've seen him taking the L and got humble. Yeah, we can hear you, but we don't want to hear you right now because we know you're coming to defend Wilder.
Yeah, I'm going to let you take it home. But this is the last thing we're going to touch on.
Okay.
Just before you say it, I know me and you had a long conversation about this last weekend, and my feeling very simply is this: he will lose that rematch because, unlike AJ, and say what you want about AJ, whether you rate him or whether you don't rate him, to me, and Ola, I thought made an excellent point. There is a difference. There is a way you take an L. If you look at the way Conor and AJ, for example, took their L's, they were like, you know what, beaten by the better guy, wasn't good enough tonight, need to make some changes. And they both made changes, and guess what? They both won their rematches. This geezer were like, oh, well.
He's not even thinking about it.
It was the trainer.
It's my corner, man. It's my costume.
Oh,
It's my big foot. It's my big dick. All kinds of shit. What's wrong with this guy?
Other than maybe you just got your ass kicked. Like, and there's no disgrace by getting your ass kicked by Tyson Fury. The guy's a champion and an undefeated one at that. So it was
Chig, like you said, we spoke, and I think I know why. It's not because I don't think. I think it's because it was Black History Month in America too.
Yeah, and he got embarrassed.
He did. He's going back to Alabama. Yeah, Black country, Alabama. Listening to all the people there, and he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna make an excuse, man. I'm gonna say something because, come on, these people are killing me out here. It's Black History," and he said himself, the costume was for Black History Month.
Who cares?
That's the whole point. That's the whole point, Ola.
Nobody cares about any of that.
Exactly.
What he should have done for Black History Month was retain that bloody title.
Ola, that's the whole point.
True.
That's the whole point. Are you there to fight in the ring, or are you there to think about Black History Month? That's the whole point.
That's the thing. That's why.
So what?
This is why I think he's a black hillbilly. Like, there's no intelligence there. I don't care if he's a good fighter. There's no real intelligence there. If he said,
"You're right on that,"
okay, I'm gonna honor myself by, you know what, I'm gonna defend my title successfully, and then I'm gonna do whatever empowerment speech you want to do for Black.
Exactly, for Black History Month.
Brilliant. Go ahead and do that, but go and take care of business first, and then come back and do that. Instead, this guy wanted to make a show. He thought, well, Fury's gonna do a big.
He brought deep power.
Why did we not?
Ola, he brought deep power. He brought deep power.
Hold on.
Like you
why
were telling
did we
me,
not know? Hold on. Why did we not know that costume was for Black History Month before the fight? Why are we finding out that it's for Black History Month after the fight? This guy, for all I know, I wanted to be the Black Power Ranger. How the hell do we know? We don't know. He's only making excuses. It's excuses. That's all I know.
You know
what I mean?
That's true.
He is a hillbilly. And he will not listen, don't get me wrong, he's got ungodly power. But let's just call a spade here. He will never beat Tyson Fury.
You can't beat him in a boxing fight, and now Tyson knows how to rough him up. Like, where do you go from there?
What he should have done is go back, add to your team, almost in the way AJ did, but except.
Thank you.
I would have taken a warm-up fight.
I brought it up. I brought it up in the group. I brought it up in the group, and I said everybody was saying to AJ, "Fire McCracken." What did he do? No, I'm not going to fire him. I'm going to add to the team. I'm going to listen to other people, and whoever wants to slag me off can fuck off. People like Lennox and that. Yeah, go eat.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Bugger off. But I'm going to do things my way, bring in more people that can actually add to what I already know how to do. But what this guy is doing is firing the only boxer in his corner, the only man that's actually been in the boxing ring, that knows what it feels like to get knocked out, that knows what it feels like to win, that knows what it feels like to go 10 rounds. Is actually firing that one person that actually knows what it feels like. Okay.
You know
what I mean? As a fighter.
All right. You guys are disrespecting Deontay Wilder too much.
No. His decision.
This Nigerian Congress is ending here now.
No.
Nigerian Congress is ending here now. Let me get my say.
I'm disrespecting his decision, not him as a fighter. I just told you, as a professional, elite professional at that. Let me 41 knockouts. 42 fights.
I know, but listen. He fought Tyson Fury, who would beat a lot of fighters, not heavyweights, a lot of fighters going down. He will beat a lot of them. Yeah, his style, the herky-jerky style, everything, he will beat a lot of them. So he's lost to arguably the best heavyweight boxer since Ali, right?
Twice. Let's just put that
right. Yeah. So when you lose to someone cut from the throwback ages, there's no disrespect in that. Yeah, there's no disrespect in that.
There is none.
But the excuses, the excuse, I get that. The excuse is there is. But AJ lost to. Come on, AJ lost to who? Andy Ruiz. Who is Andy Ruiz? Can you compare Andy Ruiz to what's his face?
Can you compare him to Tyson? No. But I said prior, and I'm sure you would have said the same thing. I said prior to the fight, would it shock me if Ruiz won? Yes, but I don't feel style.
Bro, you backed Ruiz to win, man. What are you talking about, man?
You know why? Because Ruiz has exceptionally fast hands. And I kept telling people that AJ, there's two things I worry about AJ. Someone that can fight laterally and someone that has fast hands. Because I feel like he'll struggle with both styles. That's why I've never liked the Fury fight for AJ. I've said that from day one. I've never liked that fight. I feel like, this is me personally, I feel like AJ would beat Wilder, would lose to Fury, would lose to Usyk. I've always said the same thing. So I feel like for me, there is a difference in saying to yourself, I also felt like if AJ was going to lose for the first time, it would be to someone like Ruiz, someone that's not even on the radar, because I felt like he wanted those big fights so much, he would take his eye off the ball. And that's what happened.
Liverpool. They know all about that.
But then what I love is, listen, anyone can take an L. This is heavyweight boxing. But it's about saying to yourself, okay, what did I actually do wrong here? Putting it right, then moving forward. And to say, oh, well, it was everything else other than I performed shit. I was beaten by the better guy. Let me try and learn some basics about boxing while I'm moving backwards. Throwing a jab at, which I know he has, while I'm moving backwards. He's not doing none of that shit. Instead, he's going to repeat the same mistake.
I don't. Do you know what's funny? Do you know what's funny about it? Let me put Wilder back on my lap. I gave him a few toys to go play in the yard. Let me put him back on my lap and give him a smack. Okay. He said after Joshua lost, he said, yeah, Joshua's gonna lose the rematch because he's not admitting to why he lost. He's saying, oh, it's a punch from the gods. He's giving every excuse, and this is Deontay Wilder, by the way. Yeah, said Joshua's given so many excuses that he doesn't know why he lost, so he's gonna lose again. If he doesn't know why the reason was, then he ain't gonna fix it for him to win the fight, right? This is Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
Now that's what I got a problem with. Now for you to say that and then come up with all these excuses after you've lost, and you're not addressing what happened in the ring. You're addressing everything around the ring. Then I got a problem with it. I got a big problem with it, and it's making him look really, really bad. Really, 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 really bad.
So, just on a kind of a last note, what do you three think will happen in that third fight? Straight up.
Same thing that happened the first two fights. Fury wins.
Okay.
Decision.
Okay. I think different. I think different.
I'll go decision.
I think different. And
Okay.
I've been going out of the box for all my predictions so far.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stick with going out of the box. Yeah. I think Wilder's got a chance within the first 4 rounds. After that is
why
Tyson
I'll
Fury's
always
fight.
give him a chance in the first 4. Always.
Yeah.
In any fight.
After that is Fury's fight.
Yeah.
Why?
That
I don't think that's the case. I think Fury wins every round. He just wins every round. I just think why you gotta put that up, Chig? I just think he wins every round, man. Fuck you, Mike. Where's the comb over, man? What you done with my comb over, bro? Bring that comb over back, yeah? One love, Mike. Mike knows God. I love him, man. Real for it. But yeah, I think Fury dominates him. I think Fury dominates him right from the beginning. The same way as he done in the last fight. It just overwhelms him. And, all right, it caught him behind the ear. Everybody was not giving AJ that credit when he got caught behind the hair. Now everybody wants to put stock on it that, oh yeah, it's equilibrium. I heard equilibrium about 50 times. that night. I didn't hear it the other night when AJ got clipped there. So at the end of the day, it got clipped behind the ear. That can happen again. But even if that doesn't happen, Fury just has the boxing skills to just outbox him. And he knows he can now. He knows he can take his power. He knows he can take his best shot. So I don't see. I just don't see what Wilder is going to learn in the next 3 to 4 months to really turn anything around. Apart from the right hand that we already know about, that Fury is already ate and got back up. So I don't know. I don't know.
I think for me personally, and I suppose sort of copying what Ola said, I feel like Wilder's lost, in my opinion, decisively twice to 2 different styles. And I think there's something about that does something to your brain. How do you prepare for someone that's beating you 2 different ways, in 2 different styles? And I feel like he needs to learn a lot. He's 34 years old.
I'll tell you how he'll deal with it. He'll deal with it with the way the old school boxers used to deal with it, something like that. I know I got a banger on me. This is heavyweight. First 3 rounds, I'm swinging for the fences. Let him knock me out, or I'm knocking him out.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, I'll be tired.
You're right. That absolutely has to be his approach. 100%. To me, go for it. What have you got to lose? You might as well go for it.
Yeah, what he's got to lose is after 4 rounds, he'll be knackered. That's what he's got to lose. After 4 rounds, he'll be over.
We all think he'll lose that 3rd fight. So from his perspective, he may as well just go for it.
Do you think he's got to shed weight or keep the same weight that he came into this fight with?
Shed weight.
Come in at his normal weight. I don't even know why he put on weight. Was he that scared?
Because he wanted a quick thing. He came in for a quick knockout. And it
come in
work.
like his usual 15 stone 10 or whatever it is. Come in light, quick, nice and agile.
Because I think that might have affected that fast switch fiber that he's got, where he doesn't really have to load that right hand and he can just touch a man and then he's gone. But Fury didn't even give him the space to be able to utilize that. You know what I mean? He just smothered him.
No, Fury did. Fury did. Watch Fury's right part of his face. He got marked twice here. There was just a difference.
You think the weight it was carrying affected the delivery of the power?
Yeah,
Wilder.
yeah. Because it's like a whip.
The weight is carrying. Do you think the weight?
Soak that out.
Yeah, I mean,
if you got a whip, and you you soak it in water, and you move the whip, you see the difference in the speed in which the whip will move.
Okay.
Because the water will soak it down a little bit more, so it won't move as fast.
What if you put a costume on the whip?
Oh man.
I'm just saying.
Before he even starts the fight.
Just ask him, bro. Just ask him.
Oh my Lord.
Well, on that note, I think
I really hope Wilder doesn't get our addresses.
You know what I mean?
Because you know he looks for people online. You do know that.
Yeah. That fuck I've been hunting for people, but I say some disrespectful shit as well. So yeah, I hope you will find it.
So it sounds like 2 of us think that Fury will do it, and Will is going out on a limb and thinks Wilder might upset.
No, Will.
I said 4 rounds.
Wilder, like he lost Wilder. Wilder never does anything wrong. So,
You know why? You would understand this when I finish saying this. For someone, with the skills of Wilder, to hang in there. I know he ain't for nobody, but everybody's for is arguably better than him, right?
True.
Everyone is for technically better than him. Yeah. He's knocked everyone out. Yeah. I bet they're sitting at home wondering, how the fuck did that guy beat me? Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah,
My-
and that's the reason why I give him that respect.
You know my argument. My argument has always been this. For me, he's not
He's
really
never fought anyone.
anyone of class until
Yeah.
maybe Ortiz, but certainly Fury. And we saw Ortiz push him, and we saw what Fury did to him. So I feel like for me, if he loses this fight, I actually half expect him to retire, to be honest.
Let me ask you a question. Which win was better? Fury over Klitschko or Fury this one?
For me, see,
Nah, I like this one better, man.
I'm a technical guy, so I didn't find that Fury Klitschko fight as boring as everyone else did. But,
Me too.
But it's got to be the Wilder victory. The what?
I think this one's way more technical than everyone's giving it credit for. The amount of thinking, the amount of
Listen, I'm not
calculation that gone into this fight as well.
It wasn't a slugger fight, but let's be real
Oh,
here.
yeah.
That Klitschko thing was precision surgery. That's what that.
That's why me I put the Klitschko one above this one, because you know why I put the Klitschko one above this one.
Totally
Of course you do.
You know why I put it above this one? I put it above this one because with the Klitschko fight, Klitschko could not touch him until the 11th and 12th round.
And you know why I'm almost tempted to reverse my decision? Because when you look at that circumstance, he went to Germany, years of Klitschko holding those titles. Let's face it, right? And cherry picking his fights. And then along comes this loud, big guy from Manchester. Like, who is this guy? And let's be real, schooled him, and it wasn't even close. It was not close. I was waiting for
even at the... Go on.
No, I was waiting.
It was so
for
bad
me,
that if...
Sorry, go on. There's a delay on this thing. That's the problem. There's a delay on this. But what I was going to say was, for me, even the schooling was so bad that even the Germans could not. They could not. It's like you know how they usually read that bullshit.
Yep.
And even they were like, "Yeah, Klitschko lost this properly." Yeah. So
that's what I was going to say anyway. That's what I was going to say.
The reason I put this slightly ahead and why I agree was the Wilder fight is that for me, Fury did something we didn't know he could do. He changed his style. He said, you know what? I won that first fight in my usual style and it weren't good enough. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to completely revamp my style. I'm going to tell you all I'm going to do it. You're all going to doubt me and I'm still going to do it. And he did it. And that's the reason I put it just ahead. Just ahead.
Okay. The only reason I put the Fury one just ahead of Wilder one is in Wilder's head, and as a fighter, in your head, you didn't lose that fight. In his head, his corner stopped the fight.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So there's not a definite on it. There's not a definite on it. Yes, we know what could have happened in a few more rounds, but coulda, shoulda, woulda, coulda. All I said earlier on, right? Shoulda, woulda, coulda. We never got a chance to see it. He definitely beat Klitschko. He definitely, like, what if he did all of that, and then got starched in the 11th round against Wilder?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? We never got a chance to see that because his corner stopped the fight. What I'm trying to say is he got a definite win, a definitive win against Klitschko.
So you think there's still unanswered questions there?
I think he won. Don't get me wrong, but in Wilder's head, I never lost the fight. My corner lost the fight for me.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? In Wilder's head, I never lost the Fury.
No, you just said no. You see, I've kept quiet for a minute. You said Wilder knows he lost the fight, but he's got to give something to the Alabama people. That's what you said. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So don't start saying in Wilder's head, if the cornerman lost him the fight. No. You said Wilder throwing somebody under the bus because of the Alabama people are coming for his fucking neck. How about that? That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just clarifying.
You think
By the way,
you think you got something?
to watch a fight. I reckon you'd be bickering the entire way.
You should see what I say about us.
Honestly, one day I'll make it happen. But thank you so much to everybody that has watched. We've literally given you an hour 40 minutes, so we hope you guys have enjoyed that. This was fun. We're doing a review. We are doing a review. So
we are.
Make sure you catch that review. Typically, we do our reviews on Monday, but if all of us are free on Sunday, we'll bring that to you early.
Yeah.
Make sure you hit that notification bell. I know YouTube are crap. Just kind of unring it and then alert it again. Make sure that you guys are aware when the review will come out. I'll be watching the fight live. No doubt these two will be watching the fight live. Ollie, you working?
Yeah, we will. Probably drinking as well.
Yeah, and
making bets.
It's good. It's going down at my house this time. Obviously, it was at Will's house the last time. Will's missus nearly knocked me the fuck out. I had to show that I didn't want that smoke. You know,
I'm gonna have to give Chig that video to post on the page.
No. That video ain't going. That video has got to Lads Bible. That video is done the fucking traffic. Like I don't want to see no more of that video.
Page.
Jesus Christ!
Page.
No man, that video ain't going nowhere, blood. But yeah, I mean,
on this page.
Yeah, probably. I don't know if anybody wants to see it, but there you go. Yeah, I don't know. People might be interested in seeing it. Anyways, I just think this weekend we got a big thing going on. So Will's gonna be around mine, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. I would have loved to do a watch along at least for this fight. If we can pull it off without too many people in the house, we'll probably pull it off. And I'll let you know beforehand. I'll let you know because I'm working tomorrow. So I'm gonna get some sleep, wake up, jump in the prelims. I'll probably come and wake Will up, jump in the prelims, and then we'll go from there. Even if it's the co-main and the main that we do a watch along on, I'm not the main fight.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
I will probably see the rest of the card later. I'll just sleep and then wake up.
Yeah, I'll go balls deep in all of the fights, man. All of the fights.
No, I'll watch them, but I'll watch them later. Yeah. For me, the priority is the last two.
Ola does the prelims and all that. I wait a bit. Ola's it's too long. Ola's the whole night.
Ola's
I start from 3. I do the whole night.
Ola's like from 12.
From 12, man. You know what I mean? It's 12 all the way up. So yeah. But so the next time everyone's gonna see us is Sunday. Well, probably early part of Sunday night. We might do a watch along for the 2 fight. We'll let you know, depending who's around and noise levels and everything. We always have to take that into consideration. But other than that, it'll be early part of Sunday morning or the review on Sunday. And Chig, do the honors.
This was fun, guys. Definitely. We'll definitely do a review, and we'll have you back after that as well. So yes, definitely. This is gonna be. We've got to get Will and Kenny Ken on. That will be. That'll be a fun show. That'll be a fun show.
But all right, guys. And shout out to Mike as well. Shout out to Mike as well. Mike just landed in England today.
Yes.
From Washington D.C. My guy Mike,
Corona.
Yeah,
brave man. Is a brave man.
Stay away from people with the virus.
Do you know what someone said?
Go on.
All the coronavirus. Has anyone forgotten that Tony Ferguson and Khabib fight in a month? You don't think that will affect it? I'm like, no, don't even say that. Don't put it in the
Oh shit!
Don't even say it. I don't want it. Please don't even think about it. Don't think about it. But
you know anything bad for it, yeah? There is an Irishman thinking, yes, let something bad happen. Please let something bad happen. Please let something bad happen.
Exactly. Oh man. But
So
yeah, man.
even if something bad happens, we still get a great fight.
Oh, true. As long as they both make it to the cage, that's all I care about. But anyway,
Okay.
we are out of here, guys. Take care. Subscribe if you haven't. Please thumb up this video, and we out of here. We'll see you soon. All right, guys. Take care.
Thank you for having me.
Salute.
There you go. We out.
Nice one.